friends, what's up? It's Cece here. I am sitting in my dining room slash living room right now. It's been pouring rain all day outside and is quite chilly. So I'm just cozied up inside, recording this little video for you today. And I'm super excited because I'm going to be sharing my whole spiritual journey with you guys, which I'm a talker, so I'll apologize in advance if this video is a little bit long, but let's get into it. Where I'll start on this journey is when I was in college, I did not like myself. I would even go so far to say that I hated myself. And probably from the outside looking in, you would never know that. I was very outgoing, very bubbly, very fun, definitely a party girl in college, and it definitely would not look like that from the outside. But on the inside, I definitely had a deep hatred for myself, which is really sad. And I don't think I'm alone in that part of life. I think a lot of us go through times of really hating ourselves, and that is not fun. And I luckily recognized a lot of it and knew that I wanted to change. And so I started seeking out things that would kind of push me towards a happier me. And I came across the book, The Secret. And I know The Secret has a lot of kind of flack for just being this book where you can manifest everything that you desire and get everything you want just by thinking about it and being happy and positive and gratitude and all this stuff. And I fell into it. I was like, that sounds awesome. Like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be happy all the time and be grateful for everything. And you know, it kind of worked for a while. It for sure did. I got introduced to Super Soul Sunday, which is Oprah's podcast, where she would interview like many spiritual leaders, whether it was about God or about Buddhism or Hinduism or just like spirituality in general, about gratitude, about being present. Eckhart Tolle was a big influence in all of that too. I read The Power of Now and A New Earth. And Oprah talked a lot about her gratitude journal, and she would write 10 things she's grateful for before she went to bed. I started doing that. I don't even know how long I've been doing that now. You guys, I have a stack of journals this freaking tall of gratitude, which is so cool to look back on sometimes, and definitely kind of a highlight reel of my life. But it's funny reading it. You can definitely tell the days where I was not having such a good day, because I'd be like, I'm grateful that I have a spoon to eat with, when it was really, really just like the bare necessities of my gratefulness. But then there'd be days where I'd write pages of like how amazing the day was and all this stuff. And so it's very fun to look back at, for sure. And I continue to do it today, honestly. It's maybe not every day, but I definitely still have my journal and still write my gratitude all the time, and other things now too. But yeah, definitely gratitude journaling really, really changed my life. It just made me a happier person. It just made me see the beauty, more beauty of life and for myself, which was really, really profound for me at the time. Fast forwarding a little bit, I started this gratitude thing, kind of wanted to get into meditation, but like thought I couldn't meditate because I just didn't know how, and I just didn't find the right teachers, which is fine, until later. But fast forward a little bit, I ended up losing a job after college that I really hated. So I hated this job so much. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise that I lost this job. And around the same time, I got out of a relationship, which was really, really good for me at the time to lose this job, get out of this relationship, kind of just like restart. And also having really, really amazing friends at the time who were kind of newer friends in my life, but wow, these people just really taught me what unconditional love looked like, what fully accepting people looked like, and how I felt fully seen and fully accepted. And almost like the weirder I was and the more myself I was, the more love I felt, and had the support of these amazing friends throughout this whole time as well. Again, fast forward just a few months, I didn't do anything crazy in that time because I was waiting to go to Thailand. My sister was supposed to come with me, but she broke her leg literally 2 weeks beforehand. And I went to Thailand on this volunteer trip. So I ended up teaching English and working on a permaculture farm in a little tiny village in northern Thailand. And wow, did that profoundly change my life. I just was so taken aback, and that whole trip was just full of synchronicities, from meeting this couple who were English teachers on the plane while I was going there, to this moment when I was backpacking Thailand a little bit after. I had just met these new friends and was telling them about how amazing teaching English was, and I had never even known that this is a job that people can do. And then I'm like sitting there telling them all about this, and this guy overhears me talking. He goes, "Hey, I just like overheard you, and I just wanted to tell you that I quit my job 3 years ago. I met my wife, who we just got married, and we have been traveling around teaching English ever since, and it was literally the best decision of my life." Boom! Tears started pouring, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, wow, I finally found my thing. Because what I was working in before was horrible. I mean, I went to college for this. I thought I wanted to work in fashion forever. Like, since I was a little girl, I wanted to work in fashion, and I just did not like it. I don't want to be behind a desk. I don't want to be on Excel all day long. That is just, it's not for me. And teaching English was so much fun. The connection you get with these amazing children, and just getting to play all day is just like the best. Oh, I'm even just getting chills talking about it right now. It was amazing. And I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. Well, I went to Thailand in January of 2020. So I basically came home and we went into lockdown. And I just got my TEFL certificate. I did a bunch of research on where I think I wanted to go. I had a friend who had taught in South Korea for many years, and she traveled all around Asia, all around the world. And I was like, I want her life. Like, I want to do that. I'm going to Korea. That did not happen in my case because Korea was still very locked down when I went there. I was not allowed to travel very much. But regardless, honestly, Korea was exactly what I needed. I, at the time, was so extroverted, or I played off that I was so extroverted, that I never needed to be alone. I was like, I just need like an hour of recharge time. But I was always with my friends. I was always with somebody, always with at least one other person. I hated being alone, hated it like so much, because that's when all the little mean thoughts would come in, all the little things, all the little gremlins saying how much I hate my life would come in. And even though I was doing these practices of gratitude, I was doing the yoga, doing all this stuff, like nothing, there was still this like self-hate inside, where I just did not love myself, and I just wanted to, like, so badly. I was like, why can't I love myself? It was just so weird. But yeah, I hated being alone, because that's when all of these horrible, like, negative, mean, ugly thoughts would come into my brain, and I just hated that. So I was like, I'm way better when I'm with other people, because other people make you laugh, other people make you have fun. I get to be goofy and weird and just like have my personality be expressed when I'm with other people, versus when I'm at home alone in my thoughts. Going to Korea was pretty transformational for me, because I went from being with my friends every single day, all the time, to completely alone every single day, all of the time. And sure, I like went to school and did my lessons and things like that, so I wasn't fully completely alone, but there would be days where if I didn't talk to anybody on the phone or see one of my friends, there'd be days where I would literally not speak English to somebody who also knows how to speak English. But that language barrier is really tough. And sometimes you would go days without speaking to anyone who can speak your same language. And that's kind of hard and a little bit very lonely at times. And I really didn't have many friends in Korea at all. And I do think that I was very scared to go to Korea. I was like, I'm gonna be so alone. Like, I'm terrified. Everything's gonna change. I might lose all my friends. I was just terrified. But something inside of me like knew I needed to flip my life completely upside down, and that's exactly what I did. I was like, I know I need to force myself to be alone. And in that alone time, I blossomed, like truly blossomed. And it was not pretty. I will tell you, that journey was not pretty. I started working with my girl, Ellie. She is an amazing life coach, holistic life coach, spiritual teacher. She is literally amazing. I actually just got done with the program with her again, and again, fully life-changing. I just remember being like, Ellie, I hate myself. And one of my biggest goals when I was working with Ellie was, I want to love myself. I am tired of hating myself. I'm tired of hating my body. I want to love myself. And she gave me this beautiful mantra, this affirmation that I wrote all over my walls. I had it written on sticky notes. It was the background on my phone. Like everywhere I looked, I saw these words: I accept myself. So simple. But every time I was having a judgment about myself or about another person, if I was feeling bad about drinking too much or eating too much or staying up too late or not getting a workout in or whatever silly thing that I was feeling bad about myself for not doing, I accept myself. Period. And there was this one moment when, I'll never forget it, I was doing yoga or a workout just in my apartment or something, and I was just looking down at my body and just like full disgust, just like full hatred for my body. And I just like caught myself in the moment, and I just laid down and just started repeating, I accept myself, I accept myself, I accept myself. And all of a sudden, tears just bawling my eyes out of like, finally it's hitting into my subconscious. Like finally I'm beginning to believe those words, I accept myself. And it was truly transformational. And not to say that I don't still have moments of a little bit of hate or a little bit of this or that or whatever, shame or judgment on myself or on others. But it's not like it just goes away after you have that moment of realization, right? You know, it's still a process. It's still something that I have to work on every single day of just, yes, I accept myself and I love myself. And sometimes I forget, and you know what? That's okay. But honestly, now today, I can fully say that I love myself so much, and my self-care is such a pillar of my life. And I can't even imagine not being here today, because that would not be fun. I would hate still hating myself. It's just not fun. And it's really upsetting and sad. And yeah, that's kind of where a big transformation happened for me in Korea, was being alone. And also going through all of this, like digging up all the shit inside of me. I met my boyfriend, Logan, and he was also just like such a pillar, such like a strength for me in that time, because I was going through it and I was digging out all this stuff and transforming literally before his eyes, but he never knew the old me. So all he knows is this like amazing, transformed, spiritual woman. And I'm like, bro, you have no idea. I mean, he has a little bit of idea just because I've told him stories and things about where I was, but yeah, he really witnessed me in my transformation and helped me and was there to listen and to give advice and to just kind of be that person that I could tell everything to. I don't know, for some reason I could just like tell him everything and feel totally fine and felt no judgment from him. And I think there was like something like I didn't super care because I didn't think we were going to be in a long-term relationship. So I was like, whatever, I'll just tell this dude everything, and you know, then he's gonna go on his way in his life and I'll go on my way in my life, and that'll just be that like random crazy girl that he met in Korea. That's kind of probably my thought process at the time of pouring all of my shit out to him. But it backfired in a good way, I guess, in the sense that we created such depth with our relationship and really got to know each other so well, so fast. And of course we ended up falling in love, which is amazing and so crazy because I was so not looking for that at all, and neither was he. And we have gone through some shit and long distance and all this stuff, and we are now here and happy, and it's amazing. And so crazy to even think that we just like randomly met in Korea, but whatever, that's how the world works in mysterious ways, I suppose. But thank you, Logan, for everything. I love you. So after I got home from Korea, I again was a little bit lost on what I wanted to do next. I wanted to get to Italy to be with Logan because that's where he is now and that's where we are now. And I'm here and I'm so happy. It only took a year and a half. Yeah. Anyway, I just was like working some odd jobs because I'm like, gosh, like I want to teach English again, but not in Korea, maybe in Italy. But I don't know. I was just confused and I started working again, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to Italy for a month, and then I was like, well, actually, I think I'm gonna stay in Italy for 2 months while Logan is gone and just be alone again, be in Italy and just chill here, take care of his house while he's gone, and then I'm gonna go to India and get my yoga teacher training. It's been something that I have wanted to do literally since I started doing yoga, was wanting to be a yoga teacher, and I finally just pulled the trigger and I was like, I'm going to India, I'm doing it. I don't understand myself sometimes. I'm just like, I'm doing it and then I do it, which is great, but it's also like, maybe we should put some more thought into some of these things, but no regrets at all. India was absolutely amazing. Also extremely challenging. If you watched my India video, then you will know that it was very challenging, but also, again, just transformational in the sense that I just found another connection to spirituality through breath work and through meditation and through yoga, and just deepened my practice so much, which was weird because I was also feeling like very disconnected from spirit, very disconnected from my intuition and from my guides and what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go next. And I just felt like I was on a plateau, or like very flatlined in my progress forward, which it happens sometimes. Like, okay, I'm at like a cool spot, but I'm not content with that spot. I feel the discontentment, but I'm also like not unhappy. I'm also not doing bad in life, but I'm not content. And I feel very like plateaued and flatlined, and like I can't do anything because I'm just waiting to go to Italy. You know, I got a serving job and made a bunch of money, which was great, but was just feeling very disconnected. Although I was practicing yoga and doing my breath work and my meditations, I'm like, my meditations are sucking right now. My breath work is like meh. And yoga, sure, is great. I like teaching it. It's fun. My body feels like really healthy and good. So that was a really good thing. But I just like was spiritually like bleh, and not knowing where I want to go next for my business or my career or anything like that. And so what I just finished was a program that, again, I did with my girl Ellie, and my purpose this time, so the first time I worked with Ellie, I was like, I want to love myself. And now this time my purpose was, I want to step out of my fear of creation. I want to start to actively create in a way that feels good, because I really like making YouTube videos, but I didn't like where they were going. And I just like have so much fear around this. And so even just making these videos right now, sitting down and sharing my story, this is a direct result of the work that I have just done through breathwork, Kundalini breathwork this time, just a little bit more intense, like creating that magnetism, that bringing in my strong spine and letting my feminine just be and move and speak and yell and make weird noises and sound the way that it wants to, but also remembering that my masculine has this strong spine to hold me. The purpose of this video and the purpose of me sharing this story really is a spiritual act in itself for myself to be able to express, and hopefully to even help just one person start your spiritual journey or start your gratitude journal or start yoga or whatever it may be. I just want to help you be the best version of yourself. And I just want to inspire through sharing my stories. And I feel like that's kind of the whole purpose of my YouTube in the first place, is to inspire and to grow spiritually myself and to help you grow spiritually and just help you live a happier life, however that may happen. I've wanted to make these videos for so long, and I've wanted to start some sort of spiritual business for so long, but I just have been so afraid, and I'm really stepping into that fear now, and I'm doing it. We're gonna start off a little bit clunky, I'm sure, with these videos, but I gotta start somewhere. I have to start with what has been in my mind for so long, and I need to just get it out there. And so that's what this is. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my story. If anything resonates with you, please leave me a comment or send me a message. If you want to get started in any sort of spiritual practice, if you want to start with gratitude, if you want any book suggestions, I have read so many books on spirituality and on personal growth and all of that stuff. And I'm so excited kind of about the next chapter for me. I am going to be starting my holistic life coach and wellness program soon. I'm just so excited to take all of these healing modalities that have worked so well for me, of journaling, gratitude, breath work, somatic healing, dancing and moving and grooving and all that good stuff, and energy healing, all of that stuff that has really helped me get to where I am. I'm so excited to be able to now facilitate that for you, or soon. So I will definitely keep you guys updated about that, but I think that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Hit that like button if you like this video, and subscribe for more content like this. All my spiritual pals out there. Alrighty guys, I love ya. See you next week.